Everything we're doing every single day, we're doing it for God, we're doing it for grace, we're doing it for truth, we're doing it for the divine essence of our own true beingness. Everything we're doing every single day, we're surrendering it to the grace within us that is the truth of all things. Masiva Corona Horoto. Everything we're doing every single day, we're doing it for God, we're doing it for grace, we're doing it for truth, we're doing it for divine understanding. Everything we're doing every single day, we're doing it for truth, we're doing it for grace, we're doing it for divinity, we're doing it for peace, we're doing it for love. Love, 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 love. Kurumasirete. Randa arata shiva karma sansarete shatokuru. I am God. God is grace. God is truth. God is peace. God is the one we came here to be, to see, to feel, to experience. The experiences that we're having in this world, the divinity that we're seeing and seeking and knowing. We know that we are God's grace. We know that we are God's truth. We know that we are the divine essence of all things, being, seeing, feeling, experiencing, and knowing. Right? Can we experience God as God in God? We are God. The life is God. The truth is God. The divinity is God. Essence, grace, beingness. Matokoro sansa aratare te shiva koma sansare ko randa ali tanda rata shiva koma satara roto koro shivaya lata guru masa. What is God? God, God, God. Kuruma sansare shivaya om mata. Shivaya Om-te. God is grace, God is truth, God is love, God is oneness, God is kindness, God is feeling, the divinity of the essence of our own beingness. Masiva Om Bakaramasi Om is God, Om is Om. God is God, grace is God, the divine essence of us, of our truth. Natakrusansa arete roto shivaya omara. Can we allow ourselves to be God every day? Can we allow ourselves to be the divine essence of grace, of truth, of divinity every day? Shaiva Guru Sansare Shivaya Om. I'm just trying to give you a grace, a truth, a peace, a divinity that you may be wanting. And as we receive from each other this beautiful divine grace, this allowing ourselves to receive from each other this beautiful divine grace, knowing our truth, knowing our divinity, knowing our love, we become that in our world, in our circumstances, in our play. What is life? Is it a play? Is it a divine play, a divine understanding that we are here to be a part of the play, right? Bakurono Soroto, the grand stage of life. Being in the play on the grand stage of life. Kurutsansarata Hundara Kali Shiva Hum. God, 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 God. Some people really detest that word, God. Why do we have to use that word? Why can't we use creator or source or divinity or nothingness or emptiness or awakeness or awareness or consciousness? Why do we have to use the word God? We don't have to use the word God. We don't have to use any words. We don't have to use any meanings or definitions. But God is a word that resonates with the highest truth, with the highest grace, with the highest love. Can we release all of our judgments about the word God? Is it possible to release all judgments about the word God and just be with it? God. As a fresh new start. God. What is God? What is God? Shatan is God. A feminine force. Is God a masculine force? Is God a creation of ours? We seem to think that we've created God because we can make God be whatever we want God to be. But is God actually a creation of ours or of a certain religious sect? Religion didn't create God. Remember that. Religion didn't create God. If you have a problem with the word God because of religious ways, God is not a creation of a religious sect. God is the one, the only, the truth, the everything, the beingness, the consciousness, the grace, the love. So we don't have to use the word God, but what if we could get beyond any insignificant feelings that make us reject the word God? Motana. What if we could just say God is love, God is truth, the divinity, the peace, the essence of me, the essence of you. Shava kuruno horondo masivaya kurutandhara kare iranda ali kurutondoro kuru sansarata ishtara karama andara guru 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 guru. What does it mean when people say the guru is God? God is the guru is God. So in many traditions, the guru is seen as God. Why is the guru seen as God? What does that mean? What does that signify? How is that interpreted in the mind? It doesn't mean that you're not God, right? If your guru is God, it doesn't mean that you are not also God. It doesn't mean that I am not also God. It doesn't mean that anyone is not also God. But if the guru has manifested a certain potential within their own beingness that allows them to sit in the grace, in the presence, in the truth, in the divinity of their own grace, in that oneness, and they genuinely reside in that place, they genuinely reside in the essence of grace within themselves, and that is where they are at all times. No matter what's going on in the world around them, they reside in that place of grace, truth, peace, divinity, and love. Then to see them as God is not to deny your own godness or anyone else's godness. It is merely to identify with an aspect of them that we are wanting to identify with in our own beingness. Yes? So we bow to the feet of a guru only to see ourselves as divine, perfect, loving, and free, because they've generated that quality within themselves. And as we surrender at the feet of the guru as God, we are allowing that quality to be brought up within our own beingness. That's what we're doing. So you could say in the Christian religion that Jesus is the guru and Jesus is seen as God, right? God and Jesus are one. That does not exclude anyone else from being one with God. It does not exclude anyone else from being one with Source, with energy, with love. That's where the discrepancy has led us astray. Jesus' words were not see me as God and see yourself as less than God. That is not his teaching. Right? I will relieve you of your sins because I am higher and better than you. That was not his teaching. God is the truth. God is divinity. God is love. And that is the love that we feel within our beingness. That is the love that we know as our true self. Masata Guru. Guru Masarate. It's time for all of us to recognize our own truth, the divinity within us, our God beingness. It is time for each and every one of us to recognize who we truly are. Me korono oroto shava. Why don't we understand our own truth, our own divinity, our own love, the God that is us? Why don't we understand it? Why have we been so far removed from it, the understanding of us as God, source, love, divinity, truth, peace, oneness? Why have we been so far removed from the knowingness of our true beingness? Shandarete Shatokuru. What is understanding us? What is knowing us? What is giving us power and grace to be the ones that we came here to be? Guru Tandarete Shavakorono Horoto. What is the source of all source? What is the oneness behind everything that is, ever was, and ever will be? Guru Tandarete Shatakramasarete. What is the what is? Guru Tansarete Andarete Shatakramasansara. Let grace fill you now as we seek only for divinity and truth and love within us. Guru Tansarete Guru. Ashandarete Guru Tanda Bagrana Arete Shava Korono Sonsoroto. Ndarate Shiva Koromo Sonsoro Krotondoro. Shaiva Krono Aroto Tondoro Ram Num 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 Nim Nim Da Karmantare Te Shatakaro Rondo Rom Num 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 Nim Nim Da Aratanda Ali Shiva Kuru. I am God. God is grace. God is good. God is love. God is oneness. God is feeling us, as us, in us, around us, above us, through Asambarete Shaturandara Halikuru Tandareti Shaiva Om Matara. Go deeper into your being and feel that you know you are God's grace, God's love, God's truth, God's divine understanding. Gurutana. It's open to everyone. It's open to everyone. Everyone is ready for this grace now. Everyone is ready for this divine understanding now. Everyone is opening to the divinity of their own beingness. Kurushanshara karamate. Opening up to the grace within us. Opening up to the truth that we are. Opening up to the finding of our own truth. Shatana arete shatakuru sansoroto. Being that now, being that in consciousness, in grace, in love. Guruna harata. Feel it within you. Feel the absence of anything that is not fulfilling you, and feel the presence of the absolute fulfillment of knowing who you truly are. God's grace, God's love, God's divinity. Feel it opening you up to a higher understanding of life and how things are working here. Opening you up deeper and deeper to the true understanding of what and who you are. Kurunasarete. That's it. Mate. When we know this within us, when we feel this within us, when we seek only for the truth within us, everything opens up to be divine in our world. Everything opens up to be divine in our world. Everything opens up to be divine in our world. Kurunasirata karamasi, otondo korotana arata shivaya, sunsoroto oroto, mikarama satara kamata. That's it. Become that, be that, see that, feel that, know that. We are that. We are essence, we are grace, we are truth, we are divinity. God is love. God is truth. God is seeing ourselves as perfection and grace. Karamasansa arata. Mekuru tanata. Neharo kuru sansarete kaliyatatana arata arete shava. That's it. Noto. Hirana kaliyapata kurushe emoto. Hirana yeto kurani kimaya takanya takanya. Mohota evishitanya kaliyapata hashika. Hiroko mati hariyamukote. Ishtaya mukupara karana.
Love is all you ever need.